Yeah, macular degeneration is a disease that affects so many people. More than 200 million people around the world today have at least some form of the disease, whether that be early stage, intermediate stage, or late stage AMD. Patients with early stage AMD modify their diet and lifestyle. That's really hard in most cases, believe it or not. When patients have to do it themselves, they often don't. Then in the intermediate stage of the disease, sometimes patients can get a condition known as wet AMD or neovascular AMD. And then there are a number of injections that can quell the proliferation of wet AMD. But the disease progresses in the background, and many patients, in fact, 11 million patients today live with late stage age-related macular degeneration. These are patients with vision loss that is progressed over time, has they've become legally blind in most cases, and their lifestyle is limited by this central blindness. And AMD, as you know, takes away the central vision, not the peripheral vision, which can be even more frustrating for people as they can sort of navigate their world, but then they can't focus in on the things that are very meaningful, and they can put themselves at risk for falls, big picture, but also can't read books, can't read nutrition labels, can't go grocery shopping, restaurants and menus and seeing faces and knowing who's talking to you. All of those things can't be done by people with late stage AMD. In the United States, geographic atrophy, which is a form of late stage AMD, can be slowed by two new products. One is Izervay and one is Syfovre. Those two products are complement inhibitors that don't improve patients' vision or slow the vision loss, but they do slow the lesion size or the disease progression in the back of the eye. In Europe, both of those products are not available. One was rejected, one was withdrawn. So European patients are left with very limited options. And we come in, Samsara Vision, and our smaller incision new generation implantable miniature telescope is an intraocular telescope, an option that is an alternative to an intraocular lens during cataract surgery. And patients going through cataract surgery that have late stage AMD can be implanted with the SING IMT and gain vision back, much like the vision that is gained back in wet AMD. These patients can get, we saw in our 6-month publication, that more than half experience 3 lines of vision gain, and they can get a significant amount of reading back, which is really exciting for us. Samsara Vision, we're on a mission to bring vision and freedom back to patients who are suffering from late-stage AMD. These patients are underserved in the sense that there are no products available for them today. I took over 4 years ago. I'm a very patient-centric person, and my team that we've hired also very patient-centric. Our mission is to bring this technology to as many needy patients. Like I said, there's 11 million out there that could benefit from our technology today, and we're moving to make the SING IMT available in even more countries. We've done surgeries in 19 different countries to date. More than 115 surgeons have done at least one case. And more than 4 today, actually, we crossed the 420 surgeries have been done with the SING IMT, bringing all this vision and freedom back to patients. So that's the company. SING IMT is currently available commercially in Europe, and in the United States, we're undergoing a supplement to our PMA that we have for a predecessor technology. So we're in trial in the United States, anticipate launching in the United States commercially in 2027. Yeah, 35 patients in 2 centers in Italy had cataracts, came in to get cataract surgery, and were given the SING IMT instead of an intraocular lens. They were implanted with an intraocular telescope. These patients were followed over 6 months, and we looked at objective vision improvement, best corrected distance visual acuity. We also looked at functional outcomes. The ability to read was a secondary measure that we had. And a safety measure was endothelial cell density loss in the cornea. So in the cornea, loss of endothelial cells in a progressive fashion could lead to complications that are high risk for corneal disease. So we wanted to monitor that at 6 months as well. I'm happy to report that vision gains were outstanding. Almost 100%, 97% had at least one line of vision gained, with more than half of the patients experiencing 3 lines of vision improvement on the eye chart. And if you're watching this, above my right shoulder, you can see an eye chart just like you would in your doctor's office. These patients came in maybe like seeing the big E or even worse than that, and then saw 3 lines at least, had more than half saw 3 lines better. We also had a large proportion of the patients experiencing 4 lines of vision gain. So from that, we know that we had a great profound effect on distance vision. But the headliner from this study, I think for me, is that 28% of patients came into the trial reporting the ability to read, and that after the 6 months of surgery and then the rehab, 6 sessions with a rehab therapist post-operatively, 97% of the patients reported the ability to read. So from 28% pre-surgery to 97%, that's a drastic improvement in functional outcomes. So it shows the ability for patients to get back that freedom that they had prior to experiencing late stage AMD. And on the safety measure, we were consistent with regular cataract surgery. In fact, we did not progress beyond what's considered natural history for endothelial cell density loss post-cataract surgery. So we saw less than 15% ECD loss, 11% ECD loss at 6 months was reported, and that traveled up from 9% at the first month post-op. So we did not see progressive endothelial cell density loss beyond what we see in standard cataract surgery. That was very good. That's an important safety measure for the future of the company and the future of the implantation of the SING IMT. So these 35 patients in 2 centers, led by 2 great doctors, Professor Mario Toro and Professor Alfonso Savastano, and Professor Stanislaw Rizzo was also involved, as well as Faustino Vidal-Roca from Samsara Vision, and Paula Sasso from Gemelli Hospital was involved as well. Great participants, great centers, great patient care, and these results are just kind of reinforcing what we know about this technology, that it can be a game changer in ophthalmology. It's becoming a standard of care for late stage AMD, and we do believe that that will continue. And with these results, surgeons can be confident that their patients will experience these level of results as well.